Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving Day. Today, I'm going to share with you one of my childhood memories about Thanksgiving. We always had a big meal with family over. My dad was in charge of making the turkey, and he always made homemade stuffing. Now, depending upon what part of the country you're in, it may be called dressing or it may be called stuffing. I was raised up north in Indiana and we called it stuffing. And it's made out of white bread. You can also use wheat bread. And we would lay the bread slices out the day before and let them get dried out and crunchy and crispy. We would chop up lots of celery and onions, and my dad would kind of, saute the onions and the celery a little bit, and then he would add them to the breadcrumbs that we made ourselves. We would break the bread into small pieces, and then he would add eggs to kind of help bind that together. And he would also add in different spices. I know salt, pepper, probably, I know definitely sage. I'm not sure what other spices he used. And then he would take a broth that he would make from boiling the turkey neck and uh, heart and gizzard and all of that, and then make that broth. And he would use that in the dressing, or as we called it, stuffing as well. And then we would stuff the bird. Definitely take that stuffing and put it inside the bird before we put the bird in the oven. And we always made way too much, so we always had another casserole type dish that we would also bake the stuffing in outside of the bird. And then when we would sit down for dinner, you had your choice of stuffing out of the bird or from the bird, whichever you preferred. So this song I wrote about some of those Thanksgiving memories. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope that everyone has a absolutely fantastic happy Thanksgiving. No matter where you are or who you're with, there's always something to be thankful for.
Daddy's hands in the mixing bowl, tearing bread a ritual whole. I stood on tiptoes just to see Thanksgiving magic taught to me. A dash of thyme, a pinch of sage, a masterpiece on every page. Dry the bread, let it crumble. Crack the eggs, don't you stumble. Celery, onions, turkey drippings, memories baked in every kitchen. Best meal ever, stuffing forever. Flour on my nose, eat, laugh and grin. A little mess where joy begins. The oven hummed a cozy tune. The smell of love filled up the room. Spices dance in the air. The bird stuffed full without a care. Childhood tastes I hold so dear. Thanksgiving whispers loud and clear. Dry the bread, let it crumble. Crack the eggs, don't you stumble. Celery, onions, turkey drippings, memories baked in every kitchen. Best meal ever, stuffing forever. Try the bread, let it crumble. Crack the eggs, don't you stumble. Celery, onions, turkey drippings, memories baked in every kitchen. Best meal ever, stuffing forever.
And thank you, my kaleidoscope of happiness family.